Every day in my life is a little bit different. I'm a freelance publicist and I specialize in beauty and fashion and lifestyle. And I'm also a blogger for Cancer Fashionista, and first and foremost, I'm a mom. My name is Melissa Berry, and I'm a 6-year triple-negative breast cancer survivor. There was a lot of breast cancer in my family. I knew that I was going to need to be proactive about my family history. My mother really was the one that encouraged me to have the BRCA test. And I promised myself that if I tested positive for it, that I would not see it as a curse or a diagnosis. I would see it as knowledge, sort of like a GPS to my health, like a roadmap. And sure enough, I tested positive for the BRCA gene. I was at a clinical exam or an MRI or a mammogram every 6 months or so. Honestly, when I received my diagnosis, I was completely shocked. There was a lot of breast cancer in my family, but this was the first time that I ever heard the words triple negative. Once I received my initial diagnosis, I really partnered with my doctors to learn more about my particular case because everyone's case is different. When I was first diagnosed with breast cancer, I remember thinking to myself, thank God it's the summer, because that's when I was getting chemotherapy, and that means I don't have to go to the school to pick up the children. None of the other moms will have to see that their mom has breast cancer. I didn't want to tell anyone. I was embarrassed. I didn't want anyone to know. I didn't want anyone to see that I had no hair, that I had no lashes, that I was sick. My next thought was, how am I going to look normal when I go to meetings? You know, I thought to myself, I don't need to look like a supermodel. I just want to look like Melissa. So I hit the internet and I'm like, where's the Vogue of breast cancer? You know, where do I get my lashes when you have none? Where do I get my wig? What kind of post-mastectomy bras are out there? And I had a hard time finding these resources, so I ended up creating a list. I never had a big sister, and I find that when you're going through breast cancer, you know, like a big sister tells you what you should wear on your first date, or, you know, what you should say on your first interview. And I feel like that's what I needed. And if I can be their big sister, then I've paid it forward. What really warms my heart and actually continues to heal me, is helping other women who are going through the same thing.